Hey, good morning. It is spring and it's time for my morning message. And today I wanted to talk about your self limitations. So, those are the things that go on up here that tell you why you can't do something. So, you may have heard the things I'm too old, I'm too young, I'm too, I don't know, whatever. Uh, too tall, too short. Um, I don't have the experience. I don't have the diploma. I don't have the certificate. I don't have the money. I don't have the resources. Whatever. I don't have the flexibility. Um, those are all like self limitations. Those are all things that you put on yourself. They're all excuses. So one thing is that you need to know that your brain is going to lie to you because your brain's job is to protect you. So anytime you start thinking about doing something that is out of your comfort zone, something that you're not used to, your brain is going to kind of freak out a little bit and it's going to say, stop, something's wrong. We need to stop this thing. So that's your brain doing its work. But you also need to understand that your body and your potential is much more than what's going on up in your brain. So specifically looking back, um, I have two little brothers, and they're the most amazing brothers in the world. I love them to pieces, both of them, and they're both younger than me, but they're both taller than me. Anyway, so one of them is, well, he used to be very extreme, and pretty much an adrenaline kind of junkie. I would pretty much say that he was, and maybe he still a little bit is. But he used to run those ultra marathons, like the ones that are 100-mile marathons. Like, how do you train for a 100-mile marathon? Ask him; he'll tell you. Um, a circle in a desert, 100 miles, crazy. Anyway, but I figured if he could do stuff like that, I could do a marathon. So I could do 26.2 in Chicago, flat ground, no problem. Well, so I started to train for this half marathon. And I would do short runs and then I'd do a little bit longer runs and I go back and do short runs and try to pick up speed and then do longer runs and try to train for this half marathon. Well, I did the half marathon. I used to be a runner in high school, so I was on track, and I used to actually run to school sometimes instead of taking a bus or buses because I just enjoyed running that much. But after doing this half marathon, I hated it. Seriously, I did not like it. And I specifically remember one time when I was running, training for this marathon, that my brain was saying, stop, stop. You can't go any further. You need to stop. You need to walk. And I remember thinking to myself, you're lying to me. I don't need to stop. I can continue on. And if you're gonna lie to me, I'm gonna lie back to you. This was justification, which doesn't really make sense, but hey, I was running and I was probably a little bit in that runner's world. So it kind of plays up in my brain. And I somehow came to the conclusion, because my thought process is that if I'm not good at something or I don't like something, it just means that I need to do more of it. So what do? I decided to sign up for the Chicago Marathon. Yay, right? And so I do the Chicago Marathon, and it was miserable. It was so bad. Oh, I hated it. My body was hurting in places that I didn't know I could hurt. I thought I busted my pelvic bone, literally, and my shoulders hurt. My oh, my whole body hurt. I can still feel it. Can you tell? I can still feel it. But while I was running, I just remember my brain saying, you're not going to make it. You're not going to make it. You just quit now. Stop now. You can stop now, and nobody's going to care, because it was just me. Um so, but I was like, no, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep going. And I remember when I was coming up to the the finish line, and I hated that finish line. I was so angry because I was hurting, and But I just remember all the times, like all the way up to that part where my brain was just telling me, "You're gonna hurt yourself. You can't do it," and fighting that back and forth inside my head the whole way through. And then the after effect was just miserable. So we won't go into that, but um, ice baths did not help. And do proper stretching for a good amount of time after a marathon, because stretching for a little bit and then getting into a car and driving over an hour home, you can't get out of your car by yourself because all your muscles are tense. But the point of the matter is that that's going to happen to you in any time that you're going out of your comfort zone. You really have to fight those thoughts of you can't do it, you're not going to make it. And getting back to being committed, which is the focus this week, you have to commit yourself that no matter how hard it gets, no matter how difficult it gets, if you're throwing up along the side of the route, well, other things too. If you're a runner, you know what I'm talking about. You're not going to stop. You're not going to quit. You're not going to, because if you quit, you're quitting on yourself. If there is something that you truly want and it's outside of what you're doing right now, your brain is going to tell you 1,000, okay, maybe not 1,000, but your brain is going to tell you several reasons why you're not good enough, why you can't do it, why somebody else is more capable, more deserving. And I'm here to tell you that that is not true. As long as you keep working at it, as long as you keep failing and failing and failing and keep going and keep going and keep going, you're going to make it. And the more you do it, the more it's going to start being, that's going to be your comfort zone. Your brain's going to recognize that, okay, so this is what we're doing now. Okay. And you'll start to fight those self-limiting thoughts. All right. I'm interested in hearing what you guys are doing, how you guys fight your own self-limiting thoughts. What do you guys do? Always interested in hearing your feedback, your comments, and that is my morning message this morning. Take care of yourself, guys. Take care of others. I love you. Bye.